Tomorrow, the Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates for the last time in 2024. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions, and here is everything that you need to know about tomorrow's FOMC rate decision. I really hope that you learned something new, and if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like we earned it. Let's go ahead and jump into my screen. So again, according to this Fed Rate Monitor tool, it shows us that the current expectation or probability is that there is a 98.6% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates by a 25 basis point and a 1.4% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to pause. So obviously this is an incredibly high, as close to 100% as it can get, that the Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates tomorrow, December 18th. And the question you might have is, well, when exactly does this happen? It's going to happen tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So just about 2 hours before the market closes. That's something that you guys should all be aware of, is when the FOMC rate decision should be announced. And then 30 minutes after, Jerome Powell goes live, and then he begins to kind of explain. He kind of reads off a script for about 5 minutes, and then he begins to answer questions from analysts. Again, I've said it before, I do not have to go live. Only if enough of you want me to go live, I'll do it. And all you need to do is get this video to over 500 likes, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and tomorrow we'll go live for that FOMC rate decision and for Jerome Powell's FOMC press conference, where he will answer a handful of different analyst questions. And that's when, in my opinion, a lot of the action actually begins to happen. I also wanted to share the news today that Dow tumbles more than 260 points for the 9th day losing streak. It's the longest since 1978. A lot of weird things are happening in the market. You guys let me know down in the comment section. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like the market's just really weird right now. Either stocks are incredibly bullish that almost don't even make sense, and or some are really struggling. Have you guys even been paying attention to Nvidia? Nvidia's been really struggling. It's nearly entering correction territories. For those that do not know, when a stock hits all-time highs, right, and it retraces close to 20% from previous all-time highs, that is considered correction territory. And at one point, it was down nearly 17% today. So again, it hit lows of 126, almost 127, and then it began to recover. So we'll see. We'll see how the markets react tomorrow. I did take a few trades with my LPP team. PLTR has been incredibly bullish. I think this stock is incredibly overvalued. I think it's due for a huge pullback. And again, 100% my opinion. I could be completely wrong. There is also no break of pattern. So it's not like this thing is actively selling off, but I shorted it today, and I made $9,100 on it shorting. I closed out my entire trade. I left myself with my one lucky share shorting this thing, and I had a lot of fun while doing so. I also shorted Tesla on the retracements. I made $3,500. So overall, it was a pretty successful day for myself. Made a little bit over $12,500. But again, not every day is this big of a win, but I really do believe that tomorrow, when the FOMC rate decision comes in, I want to see how the market reacts. I want to see if the market still is, showing signs of this kind of huge volatility, right? Because it's not that there's uncertainty, because stocks are skyrocketing. They'll rally for no reason. Tesla's a great example of this. Tesla is, absolutely exploding. It went from one of the worst top 10 S&P 500 stocks to top 3. Right? It's an absolute insane comeback. But why? Nothing fundamentally about the company has changed since the robo-taxi event. And during that robo-taxi event, everything was announced, right? It went from highs of 267 down to lows of 240. But then all of a sudden, Trump begins to win. And again, I'm a big supporter of that, in the sense that I really hope that good things do happen for Tesla, for Elon, and for Americans. But for a company to gain, I think it's 110%, 100% overall in 42 trading days, or 42 days overall, is absolutely insane, right? This is now a $1.5 trillion company, but it didn't do anything new, right? It's talking about that Tesla is now going to be the new, world leader in AI. Where was this energy back, earlier this year, just a few months ago, just 2 months ago? It wasn't here. But again, no one wants to talk or think about, hey, this might be an overreaction. The market might be overhyped up. But again, just as quick as the market rallies, especially with Tesla and knowing its history, you can't be surprised for those strong retracements. Like, this is an absolutely insane move. We'll see how long it lasts, and we'll see what ends up following, because, we all know one thing: it's going to be very interesting. And I'm very excited to share this experience with you guys. So I hope to see you for our live trading session tomorrow. If you want to join, it's just $1 a day is what it breaks down to. And it's the second link in the description down below. But if you want to watch, again, that FOMC rate decision, and you want me to host that live stream for free on YouTube, all I ask you to do is drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, get this video to over 500 likes, and I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.